In the name of God, who is most merciful and gracious, I am Zubair Khan and you are watching my vlog. Startling revelations about Iranian attack on Israel is the topic for this program. An expert having access to inner circles which knew all the details about the Iranian attack on Israel has revealed all the secrets which were hidden by the media. Watch and listen the program and get the first-hand information.
We should be clear that 72 hours prior to the Iranian attack, CIA Director William Burns met with the Iranians in the Middle East, where the Iranians said, we will be attacking Israel. And if you try to stop us, if you use U.S. forces to attack us, we will attack you. We will destroy all of your bases in the region. And what William Burns said is, as long as you don't kill any civilians, you can attack Israel. So the United States gave permission to Iran to attack Israel. Not that Iran was asking for permission, but the United States said, it's okay, you can attack Israel. Just don't kill any civilians. But the Iranians also gave the United States 72 hours advance notice, which allowed the United States, Israel, and other allies to prepare their defenses. They had airplanes in the air at the right time in the right locations. They had all the radars on. They had all the missiles ready to fire. The Iranians launched their drones 5 hours advance notice. They filmed it. They said, here we come. And for 5 hours, the Israelis, the Americans, the British were waiting, and they shot down the drones. Some of the drones got through and they were shot down by missiles. Every time they launched a missile, the drones collected that data, sent it back. Then the Iranians fired cruise missiles. And again, it wasn't done in secret. They announced live on TV, here come the cruise missiles. And they fired the cruise missiles. And the cruise missiles made it over Israel, and the Israelis turned on their radars, fired their missiles, and the Iranians collected this information. And then the Iranians fired their ballistic missiles. Some of these ballistic missiles were fired in high trajectories to distract the Israelis and the Americans, who shot them down. That's what they were put up for decoys. But the other missiles got through. The most heavily defended space on the planet when it comes to ballistic missile defense. The Iranians reached out and touched the Israelis at Nevatim Air Base, at Ramon Air Base, and at a secret intelligence facility on the Golan Heights that was involved in collecting the intelligence used in the consulate attack. The Israelis couldn't stop this attack. The United States couldn't stop this attack. Nobody could stop this attack. And these weren't even the best missiles Iran had. These missiles were a dozen years old. Some of them might have been half a dozen years old, but these aren't the most modern missiles in the Iranian inventory. And even with these missiles, the majority of them got through and hit the targets that Iran intended to hit. So I think what we saw here is the redefinition of deterrence supremacy in the Middle East. Prior to this attack, Israel operated under the assumption that it could do anything it wanted and nobody would retaliate against it because everybody was afraid of the Israeli retaliation. Here, the Iranians said, no, we've drawn a line, you violated it, and we're attacking you. Not in the Golan Heights, not outside of Israel, in Israel. They hit the two most sensitive air bases in Israel, and Israel couldn't stop them. This is a game changer, but it's not just a game changer for the Middle East. The United States had integrated the full weight of its ballistic missile defense system in Israel, the same system the United States uses to protect Europe, the same system the United States uses to protect Asia. They had it there in Israel, and it failed. It didn't shoot down the missiles. So what does that tell the European allies when America says, don't worry, we got your back? What does it tell the Japanese and the South Koreans? What does it tell the Taiwanese? Don't worry, we got your back. We got our ballistic missile defense system. And right now, everybody in Europe and everybody in Asia should be going, yeah, but it didn't work against the Iranians. You think it's going to work against the Russians? You think it's going to work against the Chinese? You think it's going to work against the North Koreans? And the answer is no, it won't work. So this is a game changer on a global scale, too. It has put the United States in a veritable checkmate with its potential adversaries, because no longer can the United States operate under the assumption that it has a viable ballistic missile shield. The Iranians proved that there's no such thing.